Legit prescription lenses.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to another episode of Battleground Games Live.
Hey, are we B-list this
Welcome
time?
to the loft of Battleground Games and Hobbies in Abington, Massachusetts. I am Andrew. Hi there. And with me we have a variety of peoples.
Yeah.
Same variety as last week.
Exactly
The
the same
exact same
variety.
variety.
That's
So-
fine.
So that's not much of a
Hey,
variety.
I'm Travis.
I am Nate.
Amanda, hello.
Yay!
It occurs to me we don't have an audio engineer because I don't have my my headphones. My headphones died.
Oh, I have headphones.
No, I have very specific.
No, he's saying he could listen.
If you want to listen to it, but you have to listen to the stream while playing.
That would knock me out.
Yes,
On a
no.
delay.
That's it. That's why I do it, and then I play horribly. Is because I'm also listening to the stream at the same time.
You're listening to conversation from 20 seconds ago.
It's very disorienting, and I can
Some
usually
people
do
could
it.
deal with that. I could not.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen.
And I also have only can use the ear-in earbuds. I can't use the type that Andy has. Or Andy, do you have the ear-in ones, or do you have the ones that just sort of sit?
No, these are Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay. But the ones that like Apple sends out with all their products that just sort of sit there.
Yeah.
No.
You don't. Your ears aren't shaped right.
No, they aren't shaped right, and it's very upsetting. Because then I have to use an adapter for everything, and my headphones died.
But Amanda is going to be moderating the chat. So jump in the chat, anybody who wants to talk to us.
One of these.
And
days
I am
I-
here to be the table friend as well.
Table friend.
Because we know that this game is likely to be one that has a lot of silent contemplation,
Yeah, there's strategy involved in this one.
much like Splendor was at one point. This is also a strategizing sort of game.
It's got that aspect.
So we built in a player who is not playing. So I'm going to be observing and chatting, talking with folks, making guesses on what you guys are going to be doing.
Sure.
Will he go for? Yeah, I don't know.
No hits there. No interference. You're an observer.
I'm not interfering.
You can only watch, only observe, never interfere.
Yeah, I'm a watcher.
So
It's a Highlander reference for you guys at home.
before we dive into the game, should we
well,
talk a little
doubt.
bit about the state of the stream and stuff?
Sure.
Because we are making slow improvements. Hopefully, our viewers, once we switch cameras, will be able to tell. Monster of Revenge!
Hello, hello.
How's it
Hello.
going? But once we switch cameras, you'll be able to tell that we've updated our camera rig somewhat. So hopefully things will look a little bit better on camera.
We
Making progress on that.
We don't need to make wary glances up towards the ceiling anymore. I feel pretty confident in the rig that we have.
Yeah, I don't feel like
Yeah,
it's
it's
going to
like-
drop out of the sky and hit us on the head.
It's like you bolted to the ceiling. It's very nice.
Yeah.
So we had a little visit from Chad, who is a former employee of the store and still good friend of the store, who does a lot of.
Our master craftsman.
Yeah, he's a very good craftsman, and he knows how to use tools and set up rigs and the like. He's built
We
a
are
lot of
going
things
to
for the
miss you
store.
at PAX this year, Chad.
Really gonna miss Chad.
Oh man, I don't know.
We
how
don't
we're
get
gonna
him for
through
PAX. He is
without it.
expecting a new baby in the coming month,
Congratulations, but
which is awesome. But that does mean he is not going to be able to join us at PAX for good reason.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge for us to get through PAX.
So, but that also he did come in today,
Yep.
and Andy, I'm really looking forward to you maybe watching the VOD from today if you missed Chad's legs framing me
No,
while
I'm
he
not-
stood up and bolted that.
I did not see that. I did see Chad standing on the rail back here, so just his legs
perfectly
sticking into
safe.
frame in the back of the
Everything
shot.
is
Yeah, he
fine.
had to stand right there to affix that to the ceiling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was perfectly framing me with his legs. It was quite artistic.
Anyhow, so we have a better rig now.
Means the overhead camera is now able
we
to
are moving forward
actually
with
focus.
new lights, so we're going to have like fancy new lighting next week.
We're very excited.
We're very excited, and we have 5 subscribers. two of whom are sitting at the table right now. So I want to remind people who are watching, and people watching the VOD and whatever, if you have Amazon Prime and you have a Twitch account and you're not already using your Prime membership, you can link the two together.
Yeah.
And you can use that Amazon Prime membership to get a free subscription to our channel. And if you subscribe now, you get our Shield emote. Let me put the Shield emote on.
That even works if you just sign up for the 30-day free trial and then cancel
Yeah. You could do that.
There it is.
Look at those shields. They're so good.
Because we're Twitch affiliates, and we're, well, not super special. There's a lot of affiliates. But we're the only ones that have a Battleground Shield.
We're
That
regular
is
special.
true. That's,
Regular special is what we are.
So yeah, we very much want to get those subscriptions, not because we're money grubbing or anything like that, but because the more subscriptions we get, the
Andy.
better able we are to pay for all this.
I have a comment about the stream. It looks like we still have the creative thing up instead of board games. So I'm still seeing. Well, it also had logged me out, so I've just logged in. So theoretically, that should have updated for me if it was updated. We're gonna fix that. This is why I monitor things. This is why I keep an eye on stuff.
there's a man with burning toast on the Google homepage today.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Let's see what it is.
Yeah, can I get some context to that while we're waiting here?
It is Wilder Penfield's 127th birthday. Let's look up who Wilder Penfield is.
Did he have something to do with burning toast?
Apparently. He is a scientist who burned toast.
Okay.
Excuse me. I think it probably has to do with neuroscience. To learn about the brain. Because, yeah, if you smell toast burning and there's no actual toast burning, it means there's something real funky going on in your head.
Yeah, isn't like
It's a serious neurological, it's a serious neurological issue if you smell toast burning and there's no way that you're smelling toast burning. Yeah.
Okay, so I've heard this before. I didn't know that it was this guy. Like, he was the one who, laid the foundation for coming to that realization?
It means that you're having a seizure. He was a neurosurgeon who pioneered new treatments for epilepsy.
All right, well, happy birthday to him.
He invented the Montreal procedure for patients with severe epilepsy. The patient remains awake under local anesthesia while the doctor stimulates various parts of their brain tissue. The patient can then give real-time feedback about what they're feeling, which helps the doctors figure out what nerve cells are causing the seizures. I actually knew about that procedure, and I have watched a video of it being done because I like this sort of stuff, but also because I had epilepsy when I was a kid.
Oh, well,
and so
bringing it all back.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I had a couple of seizures, so I educated myself.
Some time for it to update on the stream, so
that's cool. Well, it'll
Yeah.
figure itself out eventually.
We're a creative stream. Soon it'll say Board Games Live.
I was painting earlier, which is why we are a creative stream at the moment. It's just Twitch is taking its time.
I got to learn about Burning Toast Man, so that's...
We learned about Wilder Penfield.
Slightly worse than Powder Toast Man.
Well, way better than Powdered Milk Man.
but not as good as powdered milk biscuits.
No, sir, I don't like it. So I'm going to switch over.
That was a whole host of really nerdy references.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know if the one I made really made much of an impression. That was a really
Powdered Milk Biscuits?
Powdered Milk
I got it.
Biscuits.
I got it,
Oh,
yeah.
good. I'm glad.
All right.
that
So
a
I'm
Prairie
gonna
Home
switch
Companion?
cameras,
Oh,
and we're gonna play Century Spice Road.
No.
This
Instead
is
of making
a
obscure
game of
nerd
strategy
references.
and trading.
So we went from
and
Ren and Stimpy to the Aquabats
Prairie Home
to Prairie Home Companion on NPR.
And then back to.
When I was a kid, my family would go out to eat on like Saturday nights sometimes, and on the way home, Prairie Home Companion would be on, and my parents would be listening to it in the radio. So very familiar with it.
My family often referenced Ahua sauce, which was another of the things that they advertised.
Anyhow.
Welcome
more particular
to
to Wait,
Century
Wait.
Spice Road.
All right, we're gonna play a game.
Yeah, we're gonna play a game.
We're going to play a game now, which is a game about gathering spices, trading up your spices. Travis pointed out that it's not
Spice
necessarily-
Alchemy.
Yeah, Spice Alchemy. The flavor is that, flavor obviously being a spice thing.
Delicious.
That you're trying to upgrade your trade route to get better spices, I suppose.
Turn your turmeric into saffron and
Yes.
cinnamon, and I forget what the green one is.
Cardamom.
Cardamom.
For me, cardamom and cinnamon are very similar.
Carbonite, gotcha.
They're not. No.
I have no taste buds.
That's
You have to
true.
remember this about me.
Andy is a non-taster. That's what we figured out.
Aren't you a super taster?
I am a super taster.
Yeah. So we're a great couple.
It's a nice clean Punnett square basically for.
So I'm going to
tasting.
have you guys choose
That's the
your
problem.
caravans.
When,
The only reason this makes a difference is one of us has a symbol in the lower right-hand side of our caravan that indicates we are first player.
Well, it wasn't me.
That is Nate. Let me show it to the stream.
It can be an issue, but he listens
So
when I tell him something.
here
and
is
he's
player
listening.
one.
If I catch it early enough.
Has that little symbol there.
So-
that means that Nate is going to be the first player in this game. There you go, Nate.
It beats when I used to, before when I added no season to anything.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put my caravan over here. As we play, we're going to be putting spices on our caravans, and we're going to use those spices to buy trading cards, or trade cards, I guess they're called, that improve us. So these are merchant cards. These are trade cards.
So Andy,
And we covered some of the rules of this before we started streaming. Yes, Amanda.
just all this talk of spices makes me think that maybe we should make chili on Sunday.
Sure. Yeah, I like chili.
She just wanted you to commit to that on camera, I think.
I have not had
I'm on
yours
board with
yet.
chili.
At some point, I would like to. I have to convince my wife to accept this.
There's
So-
a bit in our bit jar. Did somebody pitch a bit at us? I didn't see that.
Someone toss a bit.
Maybe it's left over from when we got
It
a
might be.
subscription earlier today. Anyways.
It might be the sub. You know what? Because subs in some bit jar
Yeah.
things are actual bits.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, I want to quickly review. Actually, now that we know who is first player, we can get our starting spices.
So I'm not playing because I'm going to commentate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be talking about
first player,
spices.
Nate, gets 3 yellow cubes.
We already determined
Turmeric.
these are the useless ones. No one
Yeah,
wants
they're
turmeric.
not worth points at the end of the game.
Literally worthless.
Turmeric.
Yeah, they're literally
Nobody
worth
wants
no
it,
points
but
whatsoever.
you can use it to get better stuff.
But you can
Second
perform spice
player
alchemy with
gets
them.
4 yellow cubes.
Yes.
Corner
all
the
or nothing.
market. And
And
Andy, your
third
third player.
also gets 4 yellow cubes.
I'm well on my way to my
Can I be the
turmeric
cube
monopoly.
banker?
Sure, you can be the cube bank. So there are 10
They come with
spaces
these-
on your card.
It comes with
Spices
these little
for
bowls
sale.
for the spices.
Spice must flow.
Oh, I should have brushed up on my Dune for this.
All right. So now each of us has a hand
That's not
of
fair.
cards.
Here's the mind killer.
And
Here's the little death.
at the start of the game, we all have the same cards, so I'm going to go ahead and show them to the chat. We have one card, this one here, that will allow whomever plays it to upgrade 2 cubes. So what that means is first you upgrade one, then you upgrade a second one. In this case, I could upgrade my yellow cube to a red cube, and then I could upgrade that red cube to a green cube, or
Ooh.
I could upgrade 2 yellow cubes to red cubes. So that's how the upgrade card works. This card is just draw. So you draw 2 yellow cubes from the cube bowls. Important to note,
Can I shake the whole table?
there is
spill
an
everything
infinite
everywhere and
supply
call it
of
Wormstein?
cubes.
Yes.
So if we somehow run out, we have to find tokens or something we can use in place of cubes.
There was
You're
a
not
lot of
supposed to be
extra.
able to run out.
There was a lot of extra cutlery in my dinner, in with my dinner. Can we use
yeah,
forks?
okay. Forks could be cubes. Anyhow, so we've all got these cards in our hand. During everybody's turn, you have 4 possible actions. Those actions are, I'm going to refer to the directions because I haven't actually played this.
It's a good call.
You may play a card from your hand. So you take a card in your hand, you play it, and you do whatever that card says you do. You may acquire a merchant card. That's these cards down here. In order to acquire a merchant card, you put a cube on each card to the left of it. So the one on the far left is free. That one costs nothing.
Nada.
This one
Zip,
would cost
zilch.
1 cube, which you put there. This one would cost 2 cubes, one there, one there. It doesn't matter what color the cubes are, but remember that you're going to need higher value cubes later to get better stuff. So the bowls are arranged in ascending value.
There's
turmeric
more
is the
yellow
lowest-
than there is.
Yeah, exactly. So turmeric is the lowest value. Saffron, the red cubes, are the second. Cardamom is the third highest, and cinnamon is the most valuable
So
resource
just,
of all.
just as an aside,
Yeah.
Andy and I keep saying cinnamon. This is a reference that I don't expect anyone to get.
I think people maybe.
More
It's old.
We're old.
More obscure than our Bucker Bonsai Fest last week.
It's C-Lab 2021.
Yeah,
It's not that old.
it's a little old.
It's old and it's not like super
Anyhow,
well known at
that's
this
how
point.
you acquire
Well, can I
a
declare
merchant
martial
card.
law?
Yes, Sir Phobos. I'm really
Do
proud
I
of
get
my
to be a
little.
Barbobot?
It's a very impressive castle that you've built, Amanda. Do you want to show it off on the document camera?
Sure.
Here, guys, I'm going to pass the document camera to Amanda so that she can show off this castle that she's built.
It's a castle
you go.
made of turmeric.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to Miyazaki's next greatest film, Amanda's Turmeric Castle.
A castle made entirely of spice. Pepperland.
Just stare into the light.
There.
All
That
right.
makes,
And now
that makes
it's
me
gone.
sneeze. No, that literally makes staring into
Yeah.
the light makes me sneeze.
It makes everyone sneeze.
Not
It's
everybody.
well, a lot of people.
It's an actual photosensitivity thing. It's genetic.
Anyhow,
Because me, my dad, and my uncle all do it.
Wow.
I'm going to scooch this over a bit so that people can see my cards when I've played them. So
I'm gonna
that's
build
my
stuff out of saffron.
caravan. These are my cards. And now, so we've covered 2 of the 4 actions you can take, right? You can play a card from your hand. You can buy a merchant card. You can rest to get all the cards you've played back into your hand. If you
Yeah.
buy a merchant card, it goes straight to your hand, and you'll be able to use it on the next turn. So you can rest to take all the cards you've played back into your hand, or you can claim a point card. The ultimate goal of the game is to get these point cards, which are worth points. I don't know
point
if you
cards
guys
are
can
worth
see that.
points.
I think they might be able to see that because our rig is a lot better now. But each of these cards has point values. The ultimate goal of the game is to win points, and these are one of the primary ways to do that. All of these cards do have, along the bottom of them, a cost. You need to have those cubes on your caravan in order to purchase those point cards. So what we're going to be doing is buying merchants to improve our cube supply, to get the point cards, to win the game. Pretty straightforward. But as with Splendor, it's definitely a game where
There's a lot of strategy
there's
involved
strategy,
in
so
how to
that's
build
why we
up the
decided
right
we're going to have
stuff.
Amanda be a table friend,
Strategy.
talk with you folks in chat.
All right. So, with all of that laid out,
That little thing you're making is on stream.
I don't care.
Okay, that's fine.
I didn't make it for you.
For you.
made it for the people.
Nate,
Yes.
you are first player. What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Saffron Saffron is one of my favorite spices.
am going
I don't
to.
even remember what saffron tastes like. I'd
I don't
imagine
know
it
what
has
saffron.
taste.
You've had risotto?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
Okay,
saffron
okay,
tastes
good.
like.
I've got it. Yes. Now I know.
Saffron
I'm going
is
to-
made out of the stamens of crocus flowers.
I'm going to upgrade these
So you
two.
only really get like
Okay.
And these
2 or 3 of them out of each flower.
Okay.
That's why it's so
Now it's
ridiculously
Travis's
expensive.
turn. Travis is immediately buying a card, so everything shifts down. Yep.
Pink cut, move down.
And you get a new card. So now there are cubes on those 2 cards, which means if I choose to buy one of those cards,
You get the
I
cube?
get the cube that's on
Ooh.
it. So
I like that. I like
yeah,
how that
exactly.
works.
It's cool. So Travis, I didn't even see what that was that he just bought. So this is going to be interesting. I want to be able to see what these abilities are.
We'll put the cubes down at the bottom.
I'm going to buy this card.
So there are other
I have to
century
pay
games.
one here. This is the first of 3. It's the
Yes.
first of a trilogy.
Um,
That goes in my hand.
but yeah, it's
And I get the
meant
cube
to
that
be
was on.
like part of a set of games.
Exactly. My understanding is that each of the 3 century
thought-
games can be played
I
solo.
thought it was stamens. I'll double check that.
Amanda is going to play with Google to find out the answer to this question.
I'm looking it up.
Okay. Go ahead, Nate. So yeah, each of the century games can be played on its lonesome by
You know
itself.
what? It's the
a
stigmas
standalone.
and the styles. It's so yeah.
There you go.
You know, no.
But you are
But they're little
supposed to be able,
threads.
once all 3
Little red
century games
threads.
are out, to combine the games. Oh, gracious, things are going fast. And play them as a single giant game. So I'm kind of curious to see what the other games are going to be like. I am going to just use this card. Trade in 3 yellow for a red and a green, please.
One of my favorite fantasy novels
Nate, you're up.
has a whole plot revolving around crocus fields used for saffron.
I will
Are these
be-
coming?
Yes, those are going back in the bowl.
I will be
Back in the bowl they
buying
go?
this card here.
Aha!
2 yellows
And 2 reds.
and 2 reds.
Get that?
All right,
And I will
so
get a coin.
No, I,
some bees.
the-
Let me,
I didn't realize
fix
you gave
the
it to
bees
me already.
first, and then I'm going to tell the chat what's
Covered
going on with the
bees.
cards.
Covered bees.
No more bees.
Just happened because we're moving kind of fast, and I want chat to understand. Nate bought the leftmost of the point cards.
Trade cards.
Yeah.
Because he bought the leftmost, he gets one of these gold coins that are above them here. Those gold coins are worth 3 points at the end of the game. So
Which
Nate
is
already
really nice.
has 3 points. Oh, Nate, you can play that card upside down.
Oh.
So we
Been
don't know how many
ionized, but
points
I'm
you've
okay
got
now.
unless we've memorized it, which I have now. And I'm sorry, Travis, did you already go?
no, it's,
Okay.
I held off so you could
Thank you,
explain.
thank you, I
Explain.
appreciate it.
Can I get a red and yellow?
Yes, you may.
Yeah.
That's what I picked
Yeah.
up. Very well. Very good.
Okay. So I am
We
going
just
to-
fixed it, or we should have just fixed it.
Yeah, it's fixed now.
Awesome.
It is repaired. I am going to buy 2 yellow cubes, please.
Andy is monitoring the sound tonight because my headphones are kaput. I have a pair of headphones, but they actually hurt to have in my ears for too long. So
Thank you.
they're cheapo
Please do go.
headphones.
I will also be buying 2 yellow cubes.
I had 2 yellows in my hand.
Well, thank you.
I'll also buy
hand
2 yellow
pucker.
cubes.
How many yellows?
2.
2 yellow for you.
Okay, so quickly glancing at what everybody else has. Okay, I think I'm okay. I am going to upgrade this to a red and this to a brown.
Cinnamon.
I have a cinnamon now. I'm just
Never
gonna
a
go
bad
back,
time for
Amanda.
pudding.
All right.
I will be taking this.
Yep. Everything scoots Anything out? Okay.
Out comes another.
I'm going to upgrade a yellow and red for a red and green. So I guess I'll just give you that, and I guess I could have just
Yeah.
upgraded the
Yeah, that
yellow
makes more
straight to
sense.
green.
Yeah,
But I didn't want to do it that
that's
way.
That's
No.
how it works. So
Oh.
upgrading is you upgrade 2 cubes as separate actions. So the first one was your yellow to a red, and then red to a green was
Yep.
your second one. So yeah. All right, my go.
No. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I got a turn.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
I thought I had planned this better, but obviously I have not. So I'm going to rest and take my cards back.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think what I like about this, so I love Splendor, and we were saying that this is a very Splendor-like game.
This is
Yeah.
faster than Splendor,
This moves
which I
a
like.
lot faster, is what I'm seeing. And
I like
also,
the-
I like that you have these cards in
I like
your
those
hands.
card builders. I'm always a fan
Yeah.
of cards,
Sort
of
of a
deck
deck
builders.
builder.
I'm gonna exchange those for a cinnamon.
Do it. I like the idea that you're building up a hand of cards and then you're using those. I like the currency, the way the currency works in this.
I'm going to upgrade again. So I'm going to upgrade a yellow to a red, and thence to a green. If I can have a green, please. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Hey.
I'm going to take 4 yellow.
Take a whole bunch.
Gonna rest.
Okay. Oh, man, the bees are back. That's so
That's really
annoying.
annoying. That's really frustrating. We're not sure what's causing it because we've gone entire streams
I think it's a
without-
short.
yeah,
I
without
think that's
having it.
Probably what it is. But
So,
at least
yeah.
I know how to fix it.
We just
on the
have to
short term.
unplug it from the
How?
soundboard.
So.
Travis.
No,
I
Travis,
rested. I
You.
grabbed my cards.
Yep. So I'm gonna buy something. I'm gonna spend 2 red, a yellow, and a. Or no, I'm sorry, 2 red, a green, and a brown. Keep my yellow. Amanda, here you are.
Yes.
Thank you. So I have some points
I'm just
now,
tossing
and
spice
everything else
everywhere.
moves. So now I have a coin, a century coin. So I think we mentioned that the gold coins are worth 3 points at the end of the game. The silver coins are worth 1 point at the end of the game. So I'm not doing as well as Nate.
So, are you good?
Yes, I am done.
Dink.
Okay. To Redis.
All right. I am going to harvest a yellow and red.
Sure, here's a yellow. And here's a red.
Thank you.
Yeah, I definitely like the pace. I mean, I love Splendor,
Yeah.
Just a little slow.
but it does move slower. I think this, just by its nature, is moving faster, and that's making me very happy.
I'm going to take this card into my hand.
Go for it.
Which means I
You gotta pay the other, but you can't take that.
You're
You
right. I
pay
can't.
for
I
it.
can't afford it. Darn it. I could buy this one.
You can.
Or I could buy that one on the end. Thank you, Nate, for pointing out that I am doing this wrong.
Ding.
I am.
It's what we do.
Andy counters on 2. He messed one up before we even started.
I'll take this card. So I get those 2. And yoink, that goes in my hand. I will
Keep
put
it with
this
the- you
down.
put- you
Oh
got-
yeah, my 1 yellow goes on that. Yep. All right, now it's Nate's turn.
All right.
Yeah, it definitely moves a lot faster than.
Like I said, I love Splendor, but this is moving a lot faster, and I feel like there's a lot less of hoarding of one particular resource
Well, because
by
of that-
one person.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a green.
Yeah, but I mean that
But that's part of
Well,
Splendor.
yeah, Splendor's idea is that the resources are very limited. Like,
Yeah.
Amanda, can I get 2 yellow, please?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. It is worth noting, and I don't know if I mentioned this on stream, that there are spaces for 10 spice on your caravan. If you fill your caravan up, you can't take more spice.
That's all the spice you can carry.
Actually, maybe we toss some back. Let's see.
like,
Cube limit. The cube supply is not limited. Oh no, caravan limit. At the end of a player's turn, if that player has more cubes on their caravan than it can hold, they must return cubes of their choice to the bowls until they are at 10. So you can go over 10, but at the end of your turn, you're going to have to discard
Which
down.
means that you could have a whole bunch of yellow like stockpiled, buy something like
Yeah.
more valuable,
Is it your
and
turn,
toss
Nate?
the yellow back.
Is it?
I just bought 2 yellow,
Yeah,
but
we
I,
did.
Yes, it is.
then I was talking for a while. I
Then
don't know
yes,
if
it is my
anything
turn.
happened.
I will turn a green for 2 reds and a yellow.
Okay. Lots of spice for 1 spice. Travis has a whole bunch of stuff in
Travis has a mighty spice empire,
it. Yeah.
a spice pyre, if you will.
Bet you guys don't know what I'm doing.
Well, I have a theory. I don't think that the chat can see your caravan. No, they can. So maybe they can guess what you're going to do with what you've got on
Question
your
is, can they
caravan.
read the?
Right.
The cards,
It's actually fairly clear.
yeah, the numbers on the cards up here
Yeah.
aren't super readable. I have it in theater mode, but you can definitely see the colors better than we have. I think once we get our better lighting rig, we'll be less
great.
washed out and things will be better.
Yeah.
The board is a lot clearer.
Yeah.
So,
things
yeah.
are coming along. All right,
Thank you to
it's
Chad
my
for
turn.
making that happen.
Thank you, Chad. I'm going to exchange 3 yellow for a green and a red.
So yeah, we were worried that this was going to be sort of another staring at the board in concentration stream, which is why I'm not playing. But no, this is moving a lot
Playing other
faster. There's
games
a lot
you
more
can use it.
interaction going on.
Well, it's my hope that we're going to get 2 games in tonight. We'll
Yeah.
find out.
We'll see. We'll see how
Nate,
this
it's your
goes.
Nate has a huge pile of cards in front of him that he could rest and get back.
Which is exactly what I'm
Okay.
going to do.
And Travis is buying a 14-point card.
I really like this mechanic.
Ooh, new 14-point
Another
card
14-pointer.
appears. Interesting. I think I need to...
There's still the strategy of like, what do I buy in the earlier thing
Yep.
that will let me amass.
Bless
Excuse
you.
me.
Bless you.
I was trying to turn away from my mic for that.
Pay a red
To amass what I need for the higher point
to
cards.
buy this card.
But instead of just being like, oh, I have these engines that are working right in front of me all the time, you have a hand and you have to think about the order that you're playing cards and that you're making use of the things that you've bought. I really like that.
Hey,
Interesting.
I'm going to take this, all this, every little one of those.
yeah.
I'll take this.
Yeah, I keep
Apparently the
yawning.
card on
I
the
did not
far
sleep well
left
last night,
does
which is a
get
bummer.
A lot of stuff on it, unless it's something people want. Travis. Okay, things scooch down again. I feel like I need to be buying more cards from the merchants because you guys have huge numbers of cards.
And you just have the 2.
I'm going to,
Plunking away.
yeah, I'm going to spend
Oh.
3 yellow to get a brown, so I get some cinnamon,
Also, I have the same number of cards as you.
get some melange, I get the spice.
This really does make me want to make something with a lot of spices in it.
Yeah, doesn't it? You know, you've been saying you want to go get Indian. Let's go get Indian at some point. Get some
some,
saffron there.
Ali's favorite dish, which I like more than I expected, is chicken sikawala.
Sounds appetizing to
I'm
me.
a chicken
It's,
korma gal.
It's basically kind of chicken korma, but with spinach and more.
Oh, I saw pictures of that. That
I
looked
don't
really
either.
good.
I actually enjoy it.
I'm a huge fan of spinach.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the game.
Yes.
I think spicy asides are not a bad thing.
No, I think that is relevant.
Yeah, we're playing a game about spice.
I just want more of your sriracha sauce.
Well, I think I threw it away.
I think you did.
I boxed it up because I have 3
Oh,
of
man.
those.
Wow.
Wow. We
I've-
just revealed a 20-point card that costs 5 cinnamon to grab. That's,
I have like 3 of those
not happening
containers
anytime
at home in the
This is
fridge.
spicy meatball.
Travis.
It's a cinnamon bun. Too good, too pure for this world.
So I want to talk about the art.
It's pretty.
Every
Art's
one
lovely.
of
I'm gonna
the
take
point
2 yellow if I
cards
could.
Has
Yes, you may.
completely different art, and it is gorgeous, gorgeous art.
They're not. It's not unique because these are the same,
same.
art.
No, you're right. Some of them are the same.
Yeah,
I think it's
wide
all like
variety.
it's all locations along the spice road, like the whole
sure.
idea that it's the spice trading.
Did you go already?
I did.
Yeah, he went.
Oh, okay.
I- yellow.
do like that very much,
I'm gonna
like
exchange
the
my brown for a
the
green
Splendor
and 3
cards.
yellow. Amanda.
There's some. What are you getting?
1 green and 3 yellow.
There's a continuity between the merchant
cardamom.
cards and
I have some
the
saffron.
point cards.
No, not saffron. What's
Cardamom.
the yellow?
It was yeah. It was no. It was turmeric.
Cardamom is the
Turmeric.
green. Turmeric.
Turmeric. It's
Saffron is the red.
So what I like about this is because the saffron threads are red. There is a through line of color of like the art that if you look at the merchants, they're definitely in the places where the point cards are, which is a
I'm
gonna
similar
rest.
thing to the Splendor cards, that the Splendor cards have like, here's where the jewels are being mined out, here's where they're being cut, here's where they're being sold, and here are the people who are buying them. And I always liked that there's the through line to the artwork. A game I'm really looking
I
forward
think I
to
need to rest too.
is talking about artwork. Is Brotherwise's upcoming game that doesn't have a
I'm
name yet.
curious about
They
that.
got another one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a narrative character building game.
I think I may have heard about that one.
They did an
One of
article
those, please.
about it.
Brotherwise is probably my favorite
I love them.
game company right now.
They did an article on a
Started so
game
small.
development blog about how
Go
you
ahead, sir.
hire an artist to do the art for your board game,
Mm.
and how when they did Boss Monster, they were lucky that they were doing a game that had sort of a very video gamey feel,
Right.
and they could go with pixel art, and that it was easy to find someone they could afford to do pixel art for it. But then they made enough money off of that that when they did Unearth,
Boy, did they.
they were able to like find someone to do this really gorgeous isometric art that was very different.
Yeah.
And
well,
then that
Can I
also
get
allowed
a
them
green and a red.
I mean,
to then put money towards this other game where they're basically getting artists to do concept art for movies.
well, I like that they're they're taking each success and building it back,
Yeah.
and they're a very smart company from what I've seen, and they're very like the just a side story is that when Boss Monster first came out, it was like a big, huge popular thing, and it was hard
Yeah.
to get. And I remember because it was just before PAX, we actually called the Brotherwise guys,
Yeah.
and they
That's right.
gave us
They were like, okay,
like more than anyone else had at PAX that year.
we're
Like
still sold out.
no, by end of day one we were gone. It was
Yeah.
it was
We were out
amazing.
of it.
And yeah, and they like,
wild.
we were, and this was of course it was literally the two brothers, and that was about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we reached out to them. They got us huge, like more than anyone else had at the con, and it was amazing. And I've been impressed with them ever since. So, plus Boss Monster is such a good game.
I'll find you the post they did about the artwork because it was
I'll look
really
at that.
interesting.
All right, so I will be trading in 3 of these.
Yeah, basically, Brotherwise is apparently doing a game about like making a character, and they have these pieces of concept art where you bring your character
Amanda,
through the
can we get
artwork
2 yellow for Travis?
and use what's in the art to sort of spark the idea of what attributes your character has.
I'm gonna
It sounds
buy the
really
far left
interesting.
card.
So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that actually looks like in
Scooches down.
play. But some of they posted a couple of pieces of the art in that article, and I was like, so gorgeous, so
Nice.
pretty.
That's a 3 upgrade.
Ooh.
A good-looking game is it
Yeah,
gives you
art
a lot.
Can definitely help.
Art can
is
really make a game.
Yeah. It helps
It's
a
not
lot.
all that a game should have. You know, you got to have good gameplay to back it up, but it'll attract someone to the box, certainly.
Nick, it is you.
It is me.
Yeah, so you paid one and got one back.
And a card.
And a card.
Yeah, the card is handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that mechanic is so nice. The,
Can I say yellow
it's
and
very
red?
intuitive.
What do you want?
Amanda,
Yes.
we need a yellow and a red.
A yellow and a red for Travis.
All right. So, yeah, okay. What am I doing here? I'm gonna get 2 yellow, please. Okay, Nate.
I will also be getting 2 yellow.
Convert these. Amanda? I'm converting these
Oh, okay. Sorry.
to a cinnamon.
Nice.
Okay.
Build up those cinnamons. Some of those cinnamon sticks.
I'm going to do.
They're all cinnamon buns.
It's cinnamon all the way down.
So I'm upgrading a yellow, or no. Yeah, yellow to a red.
There's no card
And
limit
a
or anything,
blue
right?
to brown. No, no card limit. Thank you.
You are welcome.
I enjoy how you're only asking that after you're like, this feels like a lot of cards.
Yeah.
There's no card limit, right?
Yeah.
I've only got this one very thick card in my hand.
Oh, we rolled a 7. Sorry, Nate.
You're done, right?
Yes, I am done. I'm sorry. I already did a thing.
Ooh.
2. Nice. Travis.
All right.
I see a direction you could be going in.
Here we go. Can I get 2 red and 2 yellow?
2 red, 2 yellow. Yep, that's where I thought you might be going. I couldn't remember whether you had what you had to make that happen, but I thought maybe that was the direction you were going in.
So I got another coin.
Yep.
So I should say the game, or the end game is triggered when somebody purchases their 5th point card. So just so that the chat is aware, that's how.
We know where we're aiming at.
I believe it is your turn.
Ah, yes. Oh,
There's definitely a lot of the same type of strategizing that Splendory needs, but but the card playing mechanic, it makes things very
I
different.
think if there's more players, the more players there are, the harder it becomes to strategize.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Things can change, like what you're aiming at can change with every other player's turn.
Yeah. And 2 red, please. Thank you.
I'm going to convert my 1 brown into a green and 3 yellow.
I am the ultimate spice merchant.
I'm trying to think of some horrible
just-
Spice Girl pun that I can make, but I'm not.
Please don't. I'm just really glad that there are no cloves in here.
Yeah,
So
okay.
funny story. Andy and I have a jar of dried cloves
These are-
that we have had, I think, since we moved into our apartment, and
Yeah.
we moved here in 2002.
Cloves don't go bad, do they?
They're still
Yes,
pungent.
Nate. Upgrading 2 cubes.
Two-
So cinnamon.
Yeah. Nicely done. Okay.
I'm going to upgrade 2 red to 2 green.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see where you're going
we've
with
had
that.
this one jar of like ground cloves, and I have to pull them out whenever I do.
Green into 1 red and 4 yellow.
I pull it out whenever we make chili because our chili recipe uses cloves. Only a pinch because cloves are so very strong.
So at the end of the game, if I get stuck with all these yellow, not that that's likely to happen soon because nobody's close to getting 5. The yellow's not worth anything in the end game.
Nope.
All right, Nate.
Turmeric is just that common apparently.
Yeah, why not?
But
Let's do this.
we've had a lot of cloves for a very long time. We aren't likely to run out anytime soon.
All right. Okay.
I think I know what he might be going towards. I don't
think
know.
so too.
Well, I was deciding whether I should hold off or not, but I'm trying to.
You just got to go for it, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Travis gets a gold coin.
Nate has 2 gold coins.
So Lobster
So
Revenge
just in case
is still in chat.
I die mid-game,
Does this
I'll
make
make sure
sense?
that-
Are you
yeah.
able to follow
I gotta
what's
pay.
going
I
on?
gotta pay the ferryman.
Hopefully it's clear.
Did you?
I have not moved yet.
Okay.
No, I have not moved yet. I'm pondering.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
I think so,
I
Brain.
think so.
Where are we gonna get there with the dock? And how is it this out?
There's so many to choose
Free
from.
upgrade, which
Me,
costs
Pippi
me.
Longstocking. What do the children look like?
I
one of my
cannot wait
favorites.
for new Pinky and the Brain.
I keep
What a
forgetting that that's a
thought.
thing that's gonna happen.
I feel like
There's also been teases that there's going to be new Freakazoid.
I don't really want to
Yeah,
go back
that's
to the
it.
90s.
I want to go back to for the things that were
Nate,
created in
it's
the
your
90s, not the
Yeah.
actual 90s.
That's the thing.
Like, the concepts and the thoughts that were coming up were good. The actual stuff, the actual time, I
Yeah,
can take
maybe
or leave.
not so great.
But, like, kid shows that reference the Pirates of Penzance, I can go with that.
I actually my mother gets a Perfect Sense. I'm really appreciative of Sense, but I really wish that there had been a C.
I'm going to spend 3 to get
Just for
one
the sake of
brown,
the fun.
Amanda, if I could have a cinnamon.
Yes, you may have a cinnamon.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Hey,
I'm gonna rest.
Travis. It does move faster all of a sudden.
It just, I feel like this is just a faster paced game than Splendor is.
I am going to rest as well. Well, more happens faster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, the lines are moving much faster than they do in Splendor.
That's what I mean by faster paced. It just,
Yeah.
the turns go faster.
To upgrade.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to reserve this card. This is Splendor, right?
This is not Splendor.
Exactly how that
And
works.
that's another thing. The Splendor is intentionally, deliberately, and slowly
It's,
paced.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get a yellow and a red, please?
Yes, you may have a yellow and a red.
Thank you.
I do think Derek would like this game. Because it,
You know, if I really want to be a real jerk about it, I could wait till one of you guys claims the other two and get a coin with it too.
Yeah, that could happen.
I can wait all night, Nate.
Well, that would be the funny is if you guys just waited.
Just like,
So I'm
I'm
not
gonna take that 9-pointer just to message you.
Eventually we have hands this big because nobody wants to take the next move.
I'll just keep intentionally buying these 2 cards.
What do I want to do?
Wait you out.
What do I want to do? I want 2 yellow, please. Amanda.
Hey, Patrick.
Patrick.
Yeah, we are really liking this.
Yes, Patrick, I think I mentioned last week, I don't think you were in stream at that point, but yes, with all the pictures you've posted of the Golem Edition, I'm immensely jealous of it, and I really want to play it sometime. But
It's essentially
Yeah.
the same game, I believe.
it's just prettier. Yeah.
Says it'll be available on March 30th and pre-orders have begun.
Ah.
I didn't read the entire sentence. I'm excited.
There you go.
Nathaniel.
That's some dangerous stuff you just posted in there,
Take
Patrick.
a wild guess.
So,
Gee, I wonder what Nate's grabbing.
Go for the 18.
Yeah. Contact your local Battleground Games and Hobbies to reserve your copy of Century Spice Road Golem Edition, I guess.
Call now. Operators are standing by.
No
Well, I mean-
operators are standing by.
Matt's down at the register. You could call him. Red 6 standing by. Go Big Red fans standing by.
Simply Red
Two yellows.
Amanda.
Can I get 2 yellows?
2 yellows. I always do the Go Big Red fan, and
Nobody
one ever
knows
gets
what
it.
Go Big Red Fan is.
Elizabeth! Red Fox standing by.
I'm like, but you're all nerds. How do you not know Neil Stephenson?
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to exchange 3 yellows for a brown.
And I'm like, well, I mean, it's kind of a local, it's an early Neil Stephenson, and it's a local joke,
Yeah.
so.
Yes, thank you. Neat.
No, I actually had to think about stuff.
Don't
Wow.
think, just do it.
But no,
For a while, you had it very obvious. You were like, this is what I'm going for, and therefore I
know.
know what my goal is. Now you have to change to a new goal.
I know.
I'm going to exchange a yellow and a red for a cinnamon.
It's really making me want Cinnabon
Do I want?
a lot. Fun fact, Cinnabon doesn't advertise in like malls and stuff because the scent is advertisement alone.
It's my
Yeah,
turn,
right?
I'm going to turn
Andy-
a brown into a green and 3 yellow.
Andy worked for a
lot of work to go
Suncoast
through to get
in
one
the South Shore Plaza
Yeah.
for a while that was right
It was
next to a
door
Cinnabon.
to a Cinnabon.
And eventually you
I got sick of Cinnabon.
you get real sick of it.
Like, you can eat it like once a day for maybe a week. After that, you're like, no, God, it's so heavy and greasy.
Please, no more
It smells
cinnamon.
good, but no.
Yeah.
It was right next door. I didn't have to go to the food court. I could just go next door and get a Cinnabon, but no.
My turn?
I've used up all my Cinnabon eating for my entire lifetime.
All right, too.
Yep.
Andy,
I'm going to turn that back in. Can I get 3 red cubes?
Andy and I were at the mall one night for a release of a video game. What game was it that we were waiting on? That the pretzel place started selling things for half price.
Oh, that's
What
right.
was it? We
I
were,
don't
we were waiting
remember.
on something. And
When was it, do you remember?
I don't remember. We were waiting on some game that had like a nighttime release, and they could sell it as soon as the mall closed. So we didn't have to wait till midnight, but
Yeah,
we did
I
have to
wanna
wait
say
until
it was
closing.
Maybe the Switch. I think it's when I picked up my Switch.
Maybe it was. But
Is that your turn?
the pretzel place,
Yes, I
Yeah,
am.
he bought, so it's your turn.
it's like a Wetzel's Pretzels or something
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
there's 2 of them. There's a Wetzel's
yeah,
Pretzels and there's an Auntie Annie's, both in the mall.
yeah, I forget which one it is. It's the one that's next to the GameStop.
That's the Auntie Annie's.
Okay. They start selling like 3 pretzels for $1.
Oh, yeah, 'cause they
like
gotta get rid of their
half an
stuff.
hour before
And
closing.
apparently there's a lot of people that know this. There was suddenly
And
a
they all
huge
just
long
sort of
line.
mill around for a while. And I had gotten in line behind someone,
Travis?
and they put the sign out as I approached the front, and I was like, why, yes, I will get 3 pretzels for $1. I hadn't been planning on that, but I guess I will get a sweet almond pretzel in addition to my regular one. Sure thing.
Sorry,
Hey, Andy,
I
what sort of pretzel do you want?
I got seized by the analysis paralysis for a second.
That's okay.
2 reds, please.
That's why I'm here
going
to
to rest.
tell
It's
stories
your turn,
about
Nate.
pretzels while you're thinking.
You
your
rested? Okie dokie. Spooky.
You
I'm
camped
realizing
out.
that there is definitely a problem with my card buying strategy.
Do you not have ways to get what you need now?
Green for 2 reds and a yellow, please.
I'm just throwing that turmeric around, making everything
Willy-nilly.
yellow.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, there's no salt.
No. That's a
I
precious
would
commodity
like
in and of
to-
itself.
That's right. Worth his salt. Can I have
Yep.
2 yellow, please? Go to the salt mines of Kessel.
Are you good? You
I'm
got
good.
your stuff, right?
Yep.
Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do. Boop. One more.
Uno más.
Uno más.
Uno más.
Red.
Okay. I'm going to use my
Time in the run for
2
standard.
upgrade to make one of my yellows into a green by way of red. I turn it into
Yeah.
a red and then I turn it into a green. Neat.
Oop.
Using a bunch of stuff
I am.
and buying a thing.
I am.
How many cards do you have now?
4.
4.
Nate is fast approaching endgame.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna upgrade 1 red to a brown.
You've got a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, you have a lot of spices.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame if something happened to
I'm
them.
gonna buy that left-hand card there.
This one here.
Yeah, so I get the 2 yellow. And I get that guy.
Be a shame if all those spices burned.
But wouldn't it smell good?
You've activated my trap card.
The
Hey,
most,
Paul.
the most delicious fire.
As a follow-up, I play Salt the Earth.
Hey,
I am resting.
All right, I am going to get the thing.
Get the thing. Do the stuff.
Yep. There you go. 3 greens, brown, red, and
oh, nice
no?
pitch. Yeah.
Ah!
Close.
Almost.
Denied.
So you get the last gold coin, which means the silver coins now move. Yes. Perfect.
Perfecto.
I tried.
Si, correcto.
So I need to convert some stuff into other stuff. So I'm gonna. Ooh, no, maybe. Wiggly boo.
All of these spices for you.
No, I'm gonna buy a card.
Oh.
Take that.
You don't want my spices? What's wrong with my spices?
Too spicy.
Spice.
Nate. There's 4 cards.
I
Pick for those yellow.
I
worthless
had
pieces of wood.
some sriracha sauce earlier tonight,
The rest.
and I ate it a little too fast,
I'm gonna use this card I just bought to get 2 yellow and a red, please.
and then spent a goodly amount of time just having to cope to cope with the pain.
So many cards.
God.
Unlimited power.
Well, I mean,
I
limited
mean,
by the number.
somewhat limited. I did need to rest the turn before.
4 yellow for 2 green.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's getting there.
Uh-oh.
He's getting there, folks. He could get a 9 or an 11 next turn. Well, kind of next turn.
No, he has nothing right now. You have nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Armed with that information, I will get a yellow and a red.
A yellow and a red.
Thanks.
Wow.
I can't do a thing that I want to do. I could do that.
No, Goblin Guide. I can see.
I'm going to convert a green into a red and 4 yellow.
You're messing up her thing. Oh no, you already had it. Smart. I will take 2 yellow, please.
There's only 3 yellow left.
I don't think it's going
Alright.
to matter for much longer.
No, I don't think it is.
I am going to convert that red and yellow to a brown.
Okay, so I have yeah. I'm going to convert 3 yellow into a brown. Nate.
I will start the end game.
Endgame is triggered. Okay.
All right.
So now, Nate does not get another turn, but he was first player. So Travis gets a turn, and I get a turn.
All right. Most effective thing I can do: convert that cinnamon back into 3 red cubes.
Here, have 3 red cubes.
I have a brown, a red, and 2 yellow. Yes. Yes. I'm going to use those to get this.
Get that last.
That is
Point
the
buy-in.
end of the game. Now, we count cards. All right, so game
Isn't that
ends.
illegal?
No,
Once a
it is
player has
actually
taken
not
his
illegal.
50
It's
point
just
card,
frowned upon by
the
casino
game will
owners.
end after players finish out the current round. At that point, each player counts all their points on their point cards, all their gold and silver coins, and any non-yellow. So I have 12 and 13 is 25, 39.
I think it's that because
48.
like you start out with yellow, it would be too easy to just stockpile them instead of getting other things.
51.
So they have to be worth nothing.
4. Each gold is worth 3, each silver is worth 1, each non-yellow is worth 1. So I have 54 points.
51.
51. Nate,
Hold
I
on.
suspect you did well.
So that's 36, 45, 53,
Yep. Plus 9 is
Plus
64,
9 is 64.
65,
and
Damn it.
then
66. Yes, I believe Nate won that game.
Handily, yeah.
All right.
So
he
that
has to have a strategy.
That
did
is
yours.
Century Spice Road.
Century Spice Road. Amanda, do you want to get dealt into the next game?
I think so. I think we can definitely
Yeah, it was
play without a
fast
table
enough.
friend.
Yeah.
Can I have everyone's little boodly boos?
No.
So here's your starting hand.
Thank you.
No.
Those.
No,
No.
There's those.
it's failed
More
you.
coins because you start with 2 times the number of
Nate
players.
gets cinnamon everywhere.
You gonna take the cinnamon challenge?
No. Do I want to have to call your wife and be like, hey, we need an EMT on the scene? Your husband,
Inhaled a tablespoon of wooden cubes.
I want you to just imagine for a moment Allie's response. If I texted her being like, hey, Allie, you won't believe what Nate did.
Do I have everything back? Okay, so before we determine first player, I'm going to shuffle and put out the new lineup.
Okay, do you need me to shuffle one of those? Shuffle the purple.
Oh, I wish she understood the context so I could just send her a text to me.
You're like, well,
I mean,
first
she
you
could
need
be
to send
watching-
her a
oh, no,
bunch.
she was going to be watching a movie, right?
Yeah, she's watching the
Again?
One more?
No, that was in response to what Allie's response would be to Nate inhaling a bowl full of wooden cubes.
and suddenly, the only thought in the Petunia's mind was not again.
Not again.
Yes. It's been theorized that we would understand a lot more about the universe if we knew why that is. All right. We're getting some B's, so I'm going to reset.
That's what Simon was saying.
Oh no, not again.
No.
I wonder if it'll be my friend.
It's all big and round. Okay.
Poor Simon.
Oh, thank you, Douglas Adams.
I need to come see your cat.
You so need to come see our
Pester
cat.
him and not give him food.
Here
But
is
you will give
the
him love
new
and he will
layout.
adore.
Oh.
That will be my friend.
Goodness gracious.
Well, Patrick, thank you so much for telling us how cool this game was, because this is
You are right.
Yeah.
This game is
Allie would
fantastic.
really like this
Fun.
game.
Yeah, oh, Allie would love this.
Because it combines Splendor and deck building.
Yeah,
Her two favorite things.
All right.
she loves those things.
Everybody, pick a caravan.
Oh, I like mine. It's pretty.
You pick.
I am not player one. Who is player one?
He is.
Travis is player one. Player one gets 3 cubes? Yes, 3 yellow cubes to player one. Amanda, are you still handing out cubes?
Oh, sure. I can make that happen.
I get 4. You get 4. Nate gets 3 yellow and 1 red.
Whoa!
Who? Oot. Woot. Oot.
Woot.
Woot.
All right, so Travis, you're player one.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah, that was.
Shock.
Aw.
No, wait, the other things.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
Um.
that's certainly a thing.
Okay.
Oh.
I.
That changes everybody's brain.
It's a challenge, is what it
Excuse
is.
me.
Bless you.
I'm just gonna buy 2
I'm
yellow.
so sorry, chat.
Amanda, can I have 2 yellow?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks. All right, things are happening. Things are going on. Amanda, it's your turn.
All right. So to buy one of these, I need to put a yellow on the cards in front of it.
Any spice, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're not
Okay.
I'm gonna try turning off this light and see how that affects the appearance of the stream.
Yeah.
You go on with your bad side. I've got too many cables. Just gonna drop this on your head. There we go.
Oh, that's much better.
Anywho, Amanda.
Has it hit yet? I don't
Oh wait,
think
no.
it
Whose turn is it?
No, I'm waiting to see in the picture. Yeah, you know what? The table is not quite as washed out.
Nice.
All right. And we're still
And
perfectly
the ambiance
visible.
is still-
I am going to get to yellow.
Okay. Nate. Getting the 3 upgrade. Okay. Travis.
3 yellow, please.
I'm gonna buy the left-handmost card. That goes in my hand. Yep. Aha. It's a very powerful thing.
It is a very powerful thing. Yeah, unfortunately the camera adjusts and relights us.
You know, white balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They do that.
but it's not as bad as it was.
Now, when we have better lighting, I think everything's going to be
Well-
much more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, if you have a camera where you can manually adjust the white balance, that things.
Yeah.
Well, that would be nice, but we don't have that kind of a camera.
No, I'm not
Nate,
saying
it's your turn.
now, but at some point in the future.
Yep.
The card I buy goes right into my hand. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Mhm.
Yep.
I will take 2 yellow, please. Duncan.
Travis. So much thought. He's pondering deeply.
What is he pondering when I'm pondering?
Yeah, sure. I'll
Somebody
just
already buy
upgrade.
cinnamon.
Yeah.
No, down.
You 2 red, please. Thank you.
I wonder
I'm
who.
going to upgrade one of my yellows
Gee, I
to
wonder
a
who
green.
bought that.
Amanda,
What was that?
can I upgrade a yellow to a green?
Yes, you may.
It's your turn.
Hey, guess who's getting some cinnamon?
That is a powerful card.
That is a ridiculous card.
Do not
Nick.
pass go. Just get your cinnamon.
Just
Go directly to cinnamon.
have a cinnamon stick. The real deal.
I'm going to triple upgrade. I'm going to upgrade this to a red and then a green.
Yep.
And I am going to green for 3, and this is 3, so I'm going to upgrade that to a red.
Nice. Well done. Travis.
All right, I gotta keep that one.
I'll buy that left-handmost card.
Damn it. I wanted that. Because I've got the cinnamon to spend.
I've got...
Cinnamon burn a hole in my pocket.
Yeah.
Sorry. So it's your Amanda.
Yeah, I know.
This game is fun. This is definitely cool.
I still got cinnamon to burn, and I'm going to buy that.
Yeah.
It lets me spend cinnamon to turn it into a lot of other stuff,
We'll go ahead and take that then.
which I can then in turn use to make other things.
That's interesting, Patrick. Patrick says that the game scales down well and it plays just as fun with 2 players as it does with 5.
I like that.
That's, that's not...
Well, it
always the
scales
case with the
up
game.
well.
Yeah.
From 3 to 4. It slowed down a little, but not horribly.
Yeah.
I can imagine it just gets faster paced.
I should like to get 2 cinnamon, please.
I suppose I can do that.
That's a good card. I just converted 3, like 1 green and 2 yellow into 2 cinnamon. That's pretty quick. Amanda, it's your turn.
All right, so I'm going to turn cinnamon into 3 turmerics. And what's the green?
Cardamom.
Excellent. Cardamom pods are green. That makes sense. There you go.
I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade the cardamom into cinnamon. And whatever that is, saffron into cardamom.
Okay.
I thought saffron was yellow.
Saffron threads are red. It turns things yellow, but the saffron itself is
Travis,
red.
it's your turn.
That explains many things.
It's that it's so, and that's why you can only, like, you can use 1 thread of it in, like, rice, and the rice turns bright yellow, is because the color is so concentrated.
Saffron rice.
All right, I am going to take 2 yellow. Thanks.
So I'm gonna have
I'll buy
to
that left-handmost card.
ask you guys how
And I'm going to have to throw a yellow back. It's my...
how upgrading works.
What do you mean?
Like, because you're upgrading things, but the numbers, I'm not sure, like,
It's so you upgrade one cube, then another cube. So, for example, I can upgrade.
So if I
a
upgrade
yellow into a
this-
red, and then that red into
Gotcha.
a green,
Right.
or a red
Right.
into a green, and that green into a brown, or 2 yellows into 2 reds,
that makes sense.
or a
Okay.
yellow and a red into a,
Yeah,
yellow, a
whatever.
red and a green.
It's upgrade 1, then...
So I can do this into this, then
Yep.
this into
Correct.
that,
Correct.
Yes, you
which is
got
what
it.
I am doing.
Are you doing that?
I am.
Okay, excellent. Good.
Yeah.
And get a silver. Okay. My go?
Yep.
What?
Oh, I'm
Travis.
sorry. Travis, you get to do something. Go ahead, do something.
No,
wasn't skipping my
I need
turn
to,
this time.
I need to take a second to be offended first. All right, I'm good now.
I want that. I got this.
3 yellow,
Amanda?
3 yellow, 3 red in
Yeah,
exchange, please.
that's quite handy.
Yeah, that's nice.
Thanks.
You got a whole lot of turmeric there, hon.
Oh, this should be in my hand. I was wondering why, because I bought this card and I put it in my discard. I was like, but I had a thing.
I could do.
All right, so I'm converting 3 yellow into a green and a red. Thanks. Wait.
I meant to do that.
Of course you did.
I believe you.
When you get a gold coin.
Much faster with 2 and very little reading. Yeah, it's almost all picture driven, which I really like.
It's very quick. And like there's a
Fairly
lot of Euro
easy to
games
understand.
where there's pictographs. You spend time trying to figure out what they do. Like when we were playing
red.
All-Star last week.
Yeah, but these pictograms are
brown,
just
green, and
very,
yellow,
very
please.
simple.
Amanda, yellow.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like even like games, there are some games that have this kind of this to this picture that are so confusing. Like Seven Wonders
Yeah.
is like some of it makes sense, and then when they get into the more complicated stuff, or especially if you get the expansion packs,
Yeah.
like what is that
card.
symbol with the face on it?
Yeah.
All right, Amanda.
Resting, taking my cards.
Claiming your cards.
Yep.
I will take 2 yellow because I can't do anything.
I suppose.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly, I
I
rest.
know.
All right. I'm going to pay 2 to buy this card. Amanda.
I am. Going to get 2 yellow. Oh, that's not what I was going to do.
Uh-oh. Rewind.
Yeah, never mind. I don't have to pay anything to get the left mouse.
Nope,
Yeah.
you get the yellow on it. Yep.
Excellent, that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. See, now we're getting into that where you're thinking
We're
about
getting
what
there.
you're
We're
doing.
getting there.
Travis.
Yeah, like the game is slowed down quite a bit with an extra.
Could I
player,
get
which
2
is
yellow,
nice.
please?
Yes, you may.
I'm going to convert a brown into 2 red and 2 yellow. Amanda.
2 red, 2 yellow.
Okay. Your turn.
Now I'm going to get myself 2 yellow.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab this card.
Okay. Travis.
Alright, I'm going to do 3 yellow to 3 red.
I think it's early enough in the game that I can do this. I'm going to spend 4 to buy this guy.
Well done.
Yeah.
Amanda.
All right. Get a brown.
So good.
It is. It's so good.
So I think chat, I mean, obviously Patrick knows how the game plays.
Yeah.
And you've played it before. But hopefully Lobster of Revenge and anybody else who's watching is able to quickly understand how the game mechanics work. Because as we play faster and faster, we're spending less and less time explaining what we're doing and just
Yeah.
accelerating
Doing
towards
it.
our end goal.
Alright. 3 red.
Amanda, do you need to make
Sorry.
change?
No. I'm
He's
giving
passing
him.
in 3
I'm
red.
giving 3 red.
Oh, you.
I had him in my hand.
Oh, okay.
This is utter fail.
And a yellow.
I thought you were
Yellow,
asking for 3 red because I didn't
Yes.
see what you were.
Amanda, convert
Your
2
hand.
red.
My hand was away from you,
obscuring-
right.
It was obscuring the card that you
brown,
Brown.
2 yellow.
So I thought you were going
No.
for to grab stuff out of
sorry.
the grass.
All right, Amanda, it's your turn.
All right.
Part of the problem here is that the table is too large.
Yeah.
That we can't reach the pots that are in front of you. So clearly we
You
cannot.
clearly
choose-
cannot reach for the pots in front of us.
Yeah.
What we should have is another set of pots down here. But
But then clearly you cannot.
choose the pots in front of us. Yes.
That would be making a classic blunder.
I'm going to upgrade
Yep.
from a yellow into a red into a green.
Gotcha. Nate.
I'm going to. Oh no! I'm going to turn into red for 3 yellows, please.
Okay.
And these 2 yellow.
Ah,
Ah ha ha.
things are happening. Ooh. Okay. Can I have a yellow and a green, please? Thank you. Amanda.
All right.
Patrick, I don't know what that last night is in reference to.
Yeah.
'Cause I've lost track of what we were talking about when you might have posted that. Last night, she said.
No, thank you.
I'm sorry.
Don't get our stream muted.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not that good a singer.
Doesn't matter.
I don't
Doesn't
think-
matter if it's recognizable. Don't mute it.
No, Andrew, just some folks, they don't
It's
understand.
Like, it's an algorithm that has to recognize the song. If I'm off tune enough, the algorithm can't spot me.
So your defense for not for breaking copyright is that you sing so bad it shouldn't matter.
Absolutely.
You picked up
turn is it?
Santorini. Nice.
Ooh.
It's my turn. I'm thinking.
Your money
Patrick,
of your life.
Santorini, that's...
I'm thinking. I've heard good things about
Santorini
that.
is the one where
gonna buy
you're
this.
building a city, right? Where your
Why did I
builder
put that
can
in
get
there?
up
That goes in here.
Or down one level. That game actually looks really, really pretty.
All right.
If it's the game I'm thinking.
I bought a thing. Yep. Oh,
3 upgrades.
sitting here playing with the face up.
Amanda, can you have 3
Three
yellow
yellow,
for
please.
Travis, please?
Sure thing.
I'm going to rest. It's your turn, Amanda.
I am also resting, actually.
I am going ahead and thanking you for buying that so I can get a point out of this.
Yeah, no problem.
Looking at what people have.
Oh,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
guess
I
I
just
should.
Yeah, you should
Yep.
go.
do
I
a
should
thing.
probably
If you wanna
go.
do a thing.
Yeah, sure. I will. I'll do that, and I'll upgrade the 2 red into 2 greens. Why not?
Okay.
Sure.
So that's where you are then. Okay. Can I have a yellow and a green, please? Thanks. Okay.
I'm gonna get myself a brown.
To grab that card.
Oh, did we not move stuff down at some point? There should be one more
Yeah,
of
you
these.
should have one more card.
Oh well.
I guess we didn't.
Oh,
We're good.
that's
Travis.
fine.
Rest.
I will exchange 2 yellow and a green for 2 brown, please.
2 brown?
2 brown.
Wow, nice.
Card. Your move.
All right. I am going to exchange 2 brown for 2 green and 3 red.
Dang.
Yeah, that
Bank.
being able to like get that free brown is
Yeah.
What can Brown do for you?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
A lot, apparently. Cash in 2 yellows.
Yeah,
for a green.
unfortunately, a lighter playmat we don't have. The table is reflective,
All right.
I mean,
but we'll look for something
Yeah.
lighter.
We're constantly.
I'm
Yeah.
going to upgrade a yellow into a green.
So we needed something big, and that was these were the big playmats we
I
had.
mean, we could. Do we have any of the ones that have a Hoff or Alderaan in the background?
No,
No, we don't. I know
not
we don't.
open.
I know we don't.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab that 14 pointer there. And the silver coin. Ooh, yeah, okay. Amanda.
This is really nice of both of you.
Rest.
And I'll go ahead and buy that 11 point.
Yeah. Coin.
Thanks for the gold coin, guys.
You're welcome.
Buy 2 yellow, please.
Ooh, someone has good smelling food.
I'm gonna get you yellow.
I will also buy 2 yellow.
I'll buy 3 yellow.
Oh boy!
Do that thing. I'm gonna rest.
Kick it up a
It's your
notch.
turn.
Bam.
Bam. I am going
Bam!
to.
Oh, wait. It's not actual spice.
Yeah, yeah. Who has the spice weasels?
Do you want to see it? You make it up. Have me make it
A star.
a star? Yeah.
No. Hey, didn't you get set up at my other restaurant?
I'm going to
There we go.
make.
Just bring me 2 dinners.
These 2 yellow into 2 reds.
Okay. Neat. Is
2 yellows, 2 green.
okay.
All right. I am going to go 3 yellows to 3 reds. Oops, sorry.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
Thank you.
I am going to convert my green and 2 yellows into 2 browns again. Amanda, could I get 2 browns?
Yes, you may.
And then it's our turn. Things are happening.
The suspense.
I'm gonna rest and get my cards back.
I'm going to grab this card.
Scoot's down.
And could I get a yellow as well?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
I will get. I'll convert one of my browns into 2 red and 2 yellow. Okay. That's
I'm going to get a brown.
I'm going to triple upgrade. These will both go into brown. And this will go to red.
All right, I'll grab 2 yellow.
I'll grab a green and a yellow.
I have to think for a second.
Okay. We're going too fast. Things are happening. So I'd imagine in a 2-player game, you would actually be paying more attention to what your opponent has bought and has in their
Yeah.
hand, so you know what they are capable of doing. When it gets past 3 players, you're pretty much just
Hook
as
yourself.
fast as you can building your
Yeah.
own thing and hoping that the other people don't buy whatever it is you need. I'm going to turn off these bees. It's annoying.
How big is this playmat?
Go ahead
That's
and
when
do
mine
this.
comes in.
I mean, I only know that because that is the legal play
Monster
space
of
for
Revenge,
any
this
X-Wing
is
game.
a
Oh.
3x4
And this is a
mat.
This is an X-wing mat,
this is an
effectively.
X-Wing mat.
It
Well,
is
it is
an
an
X-Wing
X-Wing
It
mat.
is indeed an X-Wing mat.
Yeah, and they're 3
All
by
right.
3.
Well, that answers that question.
Yeah.
Okay,
Somebody bought
all right.
something. What happened?
I did.
Okay.
It was me! It's me!
I was the turkey all along. I was wondering where that turkey came from.
Doom, 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 doom. They're bringing back Invader Zim too.
Vader's in! Okay. That's a thing that could happen. That's a thing that could happen.
Is it still your turn?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. Like it seemed like Andrew was starting to prepare his turn, so I was wondering if I was about to get skipped
Again.
again.
See, normally he does that to me. It's so refreshing to not be the one getting skipped.
To just observe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning a couple steps ahead, so that way I can move fast if I need to.
Oh,
I realize now I'm
I am
flicking my
going
cards.
to-
It's a very magic player thing.
Yeah.
I
it's
need
totally
that card
a
from
magic thing.
Unglued. Stop that!
Stop.
Yeah.
You instantly lose the game or something. I remember
I
what it
think
was.
you discard a card.
Yeah,
or
it's a
something.
gotcha, but it's not a game loss
What did you just
gotcha.
do? Oh, you're converting that. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Powerful.
Very.
observe my sentiment and weep.
Alrighty. That's a thing that just happened.
I'm gonna rest.
Okay. I'm going to convert 3 yellow into a green and a red.
I'm gonna upgrade 2 reds into 2 greens.
I am also going to upgrade 2 reds. 2 greens.
Yes, that's the thing that happened.
Yes, I'm gonna take my 3 yellows and turn them into 3 reds.
I'm going to turn 2 reds into a brown and 2 yellows.
Here's 2 yellows,
Thanks.
and here's a brown.
Your turn, Amanda.
There's a whole lot of green out on the board right now,
There
so
it is.
Yeah. It's not that easy.
I'm gonna get 2 yellows.
To get that cardamom.
Yeah, that cardamom is like almost the hardest thing to get because it's right in the middle.
Well, you say that because you've got a card that lets you
Yeah,
just
no,
make a
cinnamon
brown.
is hard to get.
What's hard about cinnamon? Cinnamon's easy, man. But I feel like the green shows up more as something
does.
to use
Right.
because the cinnamon is known to be the hardest thing to get, so it's not
Travis.
as commonly like out there as a thing to spend.
Well, and also you don't need
Upgrade.
To, you need to spend
2
too
reds.
much
Right.
cinnamon. Like
Into 2
I
greens.
got a bunch of stuff that from 1 cinnamon. I got like 4
Yeah.
other dice. The green you got to spend a little bit more. It's more
Yeah.
useful. It seems to be more common in the
On those,
trades
yeah.
than it does in the vendor cards.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't seem to be as valuable.
All right.
I'm going to upgrade a yellow into a no, a yellow into a green with a 2 upgrade. Sorry.
That's cool. It's cool.
I'd be curious to see how a 5-player game works. It's pretty much exactly the same. 5th player starts with 3 yellow and 1 red, just like 4th player does.
Yeah, I think it probably just slows it down again.
Yeah.
5 players might be a little much. I've found that from what I've seen, I found that games that have 2 to 5 players,
Yeah.
4 players is the sweet spot. 3 players is usually a faster version of the 4-player game. 2 players is hard to balance, but some games do it, and 5 players tends to plod along a little bit.
I'm going to trade in 2 greens for a red, or 2 reds and a brown.
But 4 seems to be kind of like the optimum for most games that do like 2 to 5, which is the most common
Yeah.
range of players.
Nate thinks hard.
I do.
What is Nate thinking about? Nate is thinking about resting and getting all his cards back.
Nope.
Oh, he's thinking about buying a card.
Yep.
Okay, Travis.
There is. Hold on. Let's make sure Travis has all his options in
That's
front
right.
of
You
him.
could have bought that by paying 5 for it.
Wait.
Yeah,
All that
put
all
the
that
cinnamon
turmeric you
there,
got.
and then the 3 cardamom, and then
Okay, C3 yellow, please.
Yes, you sure can.
I'm gonna buy that 17-pointer.
Dang it.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. I was hoping I could get to it before him. Alas.
Alas.
You're still in good shape though.
I am in good shape. The strategy I was going for, I'm gonna need to redirect. So that's okay.
So our gorgeously arranged table is slowly going out of order.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm gonna rest and regain my cards. That's what I'm doing.
Also resting.
Yep.
How could this happen to me?
It's your turn, Andy.
I just want to test the bit bowl.
Yeah, there it is.
Can I get 2 yellow, please?
Yes, you can.
All right.
Bitbull works. A-okay, it did not dislodge that bit at the bottom because that bit is a sub, and subs are heavy bits.
I'm happy that we have a working bit bowl. We just need more people to be tossing stuff into it.
I'm gonna get myself some cinnamon.
Yes, you are. Nate.
I'm going to take 2 yellow.
I'll also take 2 yellow.
I'm going to rest and get my hand back.
All right. I am going to spend all this stuff. Take that.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Okay. Things are happening.
Guys, we didn't even thank.
It's Nate again.
We didn't thank Thanatos for the 100
oh,
bits.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah,
Thanatos.
thanks.
For the 100 bits
I'm sorry,
that I
is it my
just
turn?
gave to me,
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I need to do
I
more
bought-
bit
I bought a
mining.
card.
I need to watch more ads to get more bits because I've been using up my bits.
I don't know who Voss!
Okay. For a green. Okay.
I'm gonna rest.
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm gonna buy a green and a yellow, please. Thank you. Okay.
I'm going to get myself 2 yellow.
Everybody is.
Yoink.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well then.
Well then.
So stimulating.
Mm,
Your hat.
No.
So much thought.
Oh wait, that's my
Whose
turn.
turn is it?
It's his turn.
Okay.
Sure, let's do it.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Yes, I knew someone was
Now you
going
have a
for that.
source of cinnamon.
I need to get my daily recommended source of cinnamon.
Recommended allowance. Good night, Patrick.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks again, Patrick, for recommending this game. Because I am having a lot of fun, and I think everybody else is too.
Yeah.
Amanda, can I exchange these for 2 brown, please?
Sure, I guess so.
Thank you. Your turn.
All right. I'm going to upgrade my 2 yellows into 2 reds.
Okay, green for 2 reds and a yellow, please.
Sure thing.
All right, 3 yellow, please. Thanks.
Oh no, I can't do that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn a brown into 2 red and 2 yellow, please. Thank you.
I'm going to take this card
Okay.
and all that it contains. That's an obscure ref.
Yeah, it's fairly obscure.
I'm going to upgrade.
Nice.
Actually, I only need to fill back one of those.
Yep.
Take this.
Sure. Gives you a yellow.
I will buy this.
All right.
Dude, it was a matinee, so it was Ramallah. So the only reason that it was a matinee is because it was a free benefit show for Big Sam.
I'm going to take this
The
card.
only way for it to be a free show.
And all that it contains.
And all that it contains. You have to. And all that it contains. It's very teasing. It's a really obscure ref, okay? Like, no one knows this reference.
I know this reference.
Andy knows this reference because I introduced him to the source of this reference.
From the Norman conquests.
Oh, geez, that is very obscure.
Yeah.
It's a set of 3 plays that take place over the course of the same weekend, but in 3 different rooms. So as you watch the 3 plays, you find out more about what's gone on during the weekend than you would have known just watching what happens in the first one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. 2 yellow. Thanks.
Is that owl on your tree?
We're owl exterminators.
Owl
I'm gonna convert
exterminators.
2 red into a brown and 2 yellow.
You'll have no problem. Well, I've already said this on stream before.
Okay. Amanda.
All right.
I mean, it's not hard.
I am resting to get my cards back.
You know, it's Futurama. It just kind of.
It just sort of happens.
Let's go already.
Nate is buying a thing. He's buying a 10-pointer.
Yep.
Makes him up to 4 cards. Okay.
All right. Gonna do it. Boom.
5 yellow into 2 brown. Three yellow into a red and green. Let's scooch this a little bit more because I want the chat to be able to see my cards as I play them. I feel it makes more sense to the play to the viewers. Amanda.
All right. I am gonna upgrade 2 of my yellows into 2. No, 2 of my reds into 2 greens.
Yeah. Okay. Nate.
Let's see. Convert this red into 3 yellows.
Convert one of those browns into 3 reds.
Think about what I'm doing here.
Don't think, just do it.
I know, right? Let me rest.
Okay. I'm getting a brown.
Rests.
Okay. I'm going to convert those 3 red into a brown. Brown, a green, and a yellow.
I'm going to do 3 yellow, 2 yellow and a green into 2 brown.
Yep.
Triggering endgame.
Oh.
Yep.
So this is the last turn now.
It
Yep.
is.
Darn. That is a thing that happened.
I'm gonna upgrade these into reds.
I did not realize Amanda had 4 cards already. I lost track.
Yep.
Nate's been sitting next to me, probably like watching me like a hawk.
I was timing my. I'm like, do I have enough time to get those
gather
yellows?
stuff, yeah.
No, literally to get those yellows because I knew that I had to turn a red into 3 yellows, rest, and then have one more, at least
To
one
at
more
least have
turn.
something on your card that
And
isn't.
I
yeah.
saw that I had exactly that much
Yeah.
time because I knew.
So I almost held out because I could have held out for like another 2 turns maybe, but you had 4 cards because I might have tried to go for that one, but I would have had to be able
Nate,
to
did you
like.
take your turn already?
I did. I upgraded my 3
Travis?
things.
Oh, your player won. Wow. Okay.
That's where it stops.
That's where it
It
stops.
stops at player 1. It doesn't go all the way around.
No, I didn't go.
Yeah.
You had last turn.
Yeah.
No, but I thought it's like the end game.
Its end game starts and then it goes around to me, or does
Until
it
the end of
end
the
with?
round. So
Yeah, you trigger
once
endgame, it
player
goes
has
to the
taken
end of
their
the round.
5th-point card or 6th in a 2 or 3-player game. We should have played
Till 6 cards.
6 last game. Oh well. The game will end after players finish out the current round of play. So you were the last player in that round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I...
that's kind of unfair.
Okay. Let's count points. So hopefully the fact that I bought 5-point cards helps. It's getting very loud now. It seems.
47. And the reds are worth 1 apiece.
1 each
Well,
on all
everything's-
non-turmeric.
Okay.
How much are the gold coins worth?
3.
39, 29, 39, 47, 50, and the silvers are worth 1 apiece.
Yeah.
54. 54.
How are you, Travis?
54.
50. 62. 70.
63. So, wow.
Handily. Yeah.
Well done, Amanda. So,
GGWP.
Century Spice Road. That is so much fun. Shall we do a?
I was going
switch
after those
cameras?
gold coins. Those gold
Yeah,
coins
quick,
were like.
No, they are.
Quick post-mortem.
Yeah.
Look at
definitely
the
help.
thingy real quick. I just want to see if it was there.
Yeah, I was going after getting that cinnamon card early on,
Yeah, that was amazing.
spending that yellow to just grab that cinnamon card
Yeah,
early.
that was a good play.
That was putting a cinnamon card into a cinnamon on my board all the time.
And that's a lot.
Yep.
And I was resting more than like I had like I could have kept spending cards,
Yeah.
but I had bought cards that let me spend cinnamon to do things, and it was like, do I want to bother spending it or do I need it to buy things?
Right.
And it gave me the
Oh,
option.
and that was the thing was,
A whole bunch of little
and
bags.
because I was first player, I had 1 less spice,
Yeah.
and I wasn't in a position to get it because I think we were all eyeing it, of course.
Yeah, we were like,
and
whoa.
it's just
think
with
I
that
had
1
a
less
really
spice,
good engine
I didn't
going
have
that
enough
game.
to I never had enough to get
Yeah,
it, so it's
just
just
to
like
get there.
that's not coming back around to me.
No, it wasn't.
Can I have the silver coins?
Yeah, just being able to get that cinnamon card early, that was like, that fueled my entire engine.
Yeah.
And I was able to just like keep going after those gold coin
I
cards.
have that thing that let me convert 2 yellow and a green into 2 cinnamon.
That
and
was
I kept
nice.
Using that. That was really
That was
helping
really
me out
nice.
a lot.
Yeah, realizing that I didn't really need to like always use all my cards up, that like I
Yeah.
could just rest
Yeah.
and
just
get
grab
back my basic cards was very helpful. Caravan. That's an awesome game. That's super fun.
Yeah.
I do think that Derek would love it. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one he
And-
would
and
have
this-
Allie would adore
an
this.
enormous amount of fun with. Yeah, I think Allie would love
Sorry Derek
this.
couldn't join us tonight because he would have enjoyed this so much. And I'm curious to see it as a 2-player game.
Yeah.
Now that we've
It
had
must
a
be
chance to play
super
it.
fast.
It's got to play super fast and like really, really like going after each other. Like
I'm going to grab this because I know it's part of the engine you're building, and I don't need it, but I never have to play it.
And that's nice that you don't have to play.
What's in
I
your hand.
don't
You
think
can
the
just-
bowls necessarily need. The idea, I think, is when it's closed, is that those cubes should stay in the bowls. In theory.
I don't know if that's
I don't
right.
trust it.
No.
Yeah,
No, it'll
that's
come right out.
that's why I did add
In
that.
theory.
No, I think it's just the idea is you have a spot for the bowls, because
Yeah.
otherwise you wouldn't have a spot.
Yeah, I thought
You could always
it's at such a
stack
level that when you have the lid closed, the cubes are trapped
That
inside.
never
It
happens.
never
But that would
works.
never work.
I know it never works.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
that was
I-
probably the intent behind it.
I have the
But-
Portal game, and like the board for that is a bunch of individual squares, and they have a space that only those can fit in, and yet every time I open that box,
They're
Right.
everywhere.
The only
love that
time
game.
it actually works is a game like, say, Small World, where there is a plastic piece that goes over the
Over the
entire
top.
Instant
insert.
Express, where yes, they all fit in their little wells. Then they have lids,
Yeah,
Right.
The lids, the lids are
and the
key to
lids
that.
snap on.
I cannot get over how big the Wasteland Express box is.
So good.
We've talked about that on stream a lot because it is so good.
It's an example set to like the community.
So
Oh, hey Nate.
I didn't
This
throw
was
away my
a lot of
sriracha
fun.
sauce. It's right in the bag right here. Do you want it?
no, I'm good.
some sriracha sauce.
I'm not going to mainline.
Do you just want to just take
Glug,
a
glug,
shot
glug, glug,
of
glug, glug.
sweet
Wait till Ollie
sriracha?
comes back. Maybe she will.
I could see it.
Wait,
I
what are
could
we?
see her doing that.
What are we doing?
Taking shots of sriracha.
Well,
Honey
I mean,
sriracha, it's sweet.
Honey sriracha. Oh well, when you put it that way.
well, her and my wife have bonded over over taking shots of au jus. Yeah.
It's a perfectly reasonable thing to do when you get prime rib at the 99 and then you have au jus left over to just
Your salt levels just off the chart.
delicious. So my dad's
I need to drink water right now just from the thought of it.
My dad's
blood pressure is actually really low, so he needs to up his salt intake. He's actually been told, which is the exact opposite of my mother, who has
Yeah.
high blood pressure just genetically. I'm hoping that it evens out in me. My blood pressure is actually really good, so
Yeah.
that's what happens when you jog every day. You're miserable, but you have good blood pressure. I actually enjoy it, but it's one of those things where I don't like the idea of doing it, but while I'm doing it, it's like, this is zen, this is me time. I don't have to think about anything but what I'm doing right now, and therefore my brain can shut off for a little while.
I'm sure you've seen. There's the webcomic from the Oatmeal, Beat the Blurg.
Yeah.
Get into that sort of exactly Zen state. You got the crib sheet here.
Where you're just like,
So, Chad, for anybody who hasn't opened this box up and played it yet, I opened it up yesterday, and I was like, I should learn how to play this game. I'll read the instructions. This is the instructions.
Yeah,
That's it.
I like
Done.
when it's a one-pager.
It's
real
one
nice.
page, printed on both sides. The mechanics of this game are so simple.
Yeah.
So fast.
No, well,
so
now I'm really curious
intuitive.
about. I'm very curious about the other Century games and what they're going to be.
I
and-
know, right? I
Right.
want
This,
to
this
know what
is
Century
intended to be
2 and 3
a
are.
trilogy, right?
Exactly. It's the first in the trilogy.
And intended to be able to play.
Even says on the side
fit
to be
together.
continued.
Yes. To be continued.
I'm very curious.
So, yeah. That was so much fun. We've bought deep into this for PAX, but I don't think we've bought deep enough. I think this is going to fly
I think we can,
at PAX.
and I think this is going to be an easy one to demonstrate.
Oh, well, plus bowls full of. Oh,
Little tokens
what-
and metal coins.
Oh, gee. March 30th.
What about March 30th?
If we can get a copy, we may not have it for sale, but a couple of copies of the Titan and demo it.
Oh, the Golem edition.
The Golem
Yeah, the
edition.
Golem
Sorry,
edition.
the Golem edition.
Yeah.
But I mean, demo the Golem edition.
I don't know if it's worth demoing the Golem edition because
Just
we won't
say
have it to
we
sell.
have this.
But we'll-
the
but-
Golem edition is this,
But that's
prettier.
what I'm saying is the Golem.
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably have a couple of boxes of the Golem edition, but no. But we'll be able to sell that by demoing the Golem edition.
My point is, do we really want to demo the edition that we won't be able to sell to people?
We'll be able to sell a version.
I'm just saying,
This is for
when
future.
Yeah.
this is PAX talk, we'll do this off stream.
So,
But
hey, streamers or viewers,
Yeah.
I did not put together any sort of a thing for next week.
We've been
Travis, I
slacking
hope
on
you'll
that.
be visiting us next week.
That's the plan.
yay!
Amanda, I hope
I-
you'll be streaming with me next week.
Yes, though there is going to be a Friday coming up where I will not be able to be on
Okay.
stream because a coworker of mine has a retirement party coming up.
I'll plan something non-Amanda.
So I will be going to retire.
I might join you like late into the stream, but I won't be able. I probably won't be here for the beginning of it.
So I don't know.
And I never know my schedule on Fridays. Sometimes I'm
I
around,
didn't even look
sometimes
at
I'm
the
not.
Surprise,
demo
Nate!
wall.
That's what it was
Yeah,
today.
I already told you during the minis chat.
Yeah.
It's just flip chips until
Just flip
Okay.
chips.
Flip chips.
un-
is
un-
fantastic.
until
Chips
you
will continue
Yeah.
until morale improves.
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing flip chips again, but I don't know. If
I don't
folks-
think.
Oh,
No.
I just streamed my
We've
video
streamed a
before.
fair amount of it.
I don't think that would.
Yeah, that would make what now 3 total streams that include flip.
Travis and I can just play flip chips as a warm up for whatever we do play.
If our lighting next week is really good, we should play something that
Really
can take
visual?
advantage of really good lighting.
Something with a
Yeah.
good board.
Yeah.
I have a couple of thoughts. What?
We could replay something we haven't played in a while.
Well, I don't know. Well, we could play. I mean, there's plenty of stuff in the.
There's
in the,
tons of stuff on the demo
Yeah.
wall.
So
We'll put
viewers,
something together.
You-
People
Well-
who are watching this, check out the links. If you're watching the VOD, or if you're watching live, hello.
Hi.
Go down into the links below me and find our Discord. And in the Discord, one of the channels is live stream. Go in that live stream and tell us what you want us to play next week. That's
Give us some ideas.
Yeah, we don't have a poll.
We would love to.
I know you. Yeah, because we got. Maybe we should take a picture
If
of the
you're
demo
watching
wall.
this on YouTube, again,
I actually
there are
want to
links in the
catalog the
video
demo
description.
wall.
Go on down there and tell us what
I
you
want to
want
get
to
it
watch us play.
like a
It's-
list.
It's
We
not
like playing
cataloged?
games,
No.
but we're doing this.
I want
for
to
you
catalog it
guys.
and put it up
Our
like
friends,
on the
viewers who
Discord
come hang
and have
out
the
with
demo
us.
walls at all 3 stores
Let me put it this
on the
way.
Discord,
That-
so that like people in the other stores know if there's a demo copy of something in one of the other stores and
I-
can ask it to be sent along.
Much like I have my warehouse, you're a librarian, so I think just that statement.
Let's
Yeah, you have to remember something though. She doesn't work here.
That's the thing, they don't pay me.
I don't either.
Well, but playing
We'll
games.
work together and make
Guys, I'm
things
gonna
work.
say this has been a lot of fun.
Like she
We're going a
always
lot the rails
Talk
here.
on stream.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for everybody who joined us. Don't forget that we're going to be doing bonus streams at various random times. We still haven't played Cursed
First
Court.
court.
No.
Need
We
to,
need
need
to
to pull
do.
that up at some point.
So if you pop up in the corner there, you can subscribe, get a chance to see what we're doing, and you'll get alerts when we go live.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I think we're going to call it an evening. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Good night.
I hope you had fun. We certainly did. And we'll see you next week,
Yes.
if not earlier. Bye, everyone.
Bye.